Hello, everybody, and welcome. We're doing another emergency segment today. Set Nine, the name for Set Nine has finally been unveiled. Universal Onslaught, pretty cool name. Um, Not quite as unique as Malicious Machinations, but still cool in its own right. We already had a hint that we were getting some type of Tournament of Power remake of some sort, but coming to an actual set. And here it is. Set 9 is practically Tournament of Power. Are we getting another Victory Strike? Hopefully not, but I'm looking forward to it. What we are getting is an Ultra Instinct leader card, which oh man, how can I put it? It's dog shit. It really is. So let's go. Let's get right to it. First off, let's talk about that. We are getting more multicolor leaders, which is very, very cool. Awakened Surge is also kind of cool, but also kind of crazy. But at the same time, it sucks. But we'll talk about it. It's a lot to talk about. So we already seen, like, I think it was blue, green, Piccolo and Gohan, green, yellow, I think Kefla or Broly, one of the two, and I know there was one more multicolor leader. I can't think of it. But anyway, so these new leaders have Awakened Surge, and the thing with those is you pretty much get to awaken at turn 1, which is kind of crazy, but at the same time not really. There's one huge disadvantage that I've been seeing with almost all of these leaders. So let's talk about it with just Son Goku right now, because I don't have the other leaders. I don't have their effects in front of me at the moment. So Son Goku, right? Pretty much Son Goku, Ultra Instinct Sign. Activate battle when this card is in a battle. So that's either or. Choose one extra card in your hand and place it in your drop area. Choose up to one card in your life and add it to your hand. Draw one card. Then this card gets plus 5k, and this skill is negated for the duration of the turn. So it's kind of cool because you get to, I wouldn't say self-awaken, because you're already, like, awakened. You don't need to self-awaken with Awakened Surge, right? But it has that nice, like, Broly effect, yellow Broly, where you get to take a life and draw a card. It gains the 5 plus k, so whether you're attacking or defending, it'll act as if you're awakened in a way. But there's a huge flaw to this. And I'll explain that after I talk about Awakened Surge. One last thing about it is I noticed that it's dealing with, like, extra cards, and on the Awakened side it's dealing with extra cards again. Kind of feels like prison Frieza prison. So that's also an interesting take. Okay, so Awakened Surge, right? Choose one red card and one blue card in your hand and place them under this card. Now, they specifically say one red card and one blue card, so it's not like you can use a multicolor. You may draw 3 cards, then choose up to 1 energy, switch it to active mode, and flip this card over. So, once again, you can, not only can you awaken on turn 1, but whatever cards you use, you just kind of get them all back, plus an extra card and one of your energy. Pretty crazy. Now, the one thing that I just hate is this leader doesn't have draw power, and that was a main downfall with a lot of leaders, really. But one of my leaders that I really wish would be better, SS4 Goku. The Golden Great Ape Goku and Pan awakening to the SS4 Goku is pretty crazy, but at the same time, it's just complete garbage, because I believe the effect of that one is activate main, you take 2 lives, give one of your battle cards double strike, right? And if you give it to something that already has crit, then it's like, whoa, this is nuts. The problem with that card, leaders, it has no draw power whatsoever. The only thing you're drawing from is your own life. So you're just helping your opponent. And then people are like, oh, but it can self awaken, and it's a rush deck, so it doesn't matter. Kind of does matter because it's a huge glass cannon. If you don't get that 3-drop out on the field as soon as possible, you're kind of screwed. That's if you're playing the triple flash, of course. If you're playing, like, let's say Heartfelt Plea, you got to get something out there that's 25k, and sometimes that's not too easy. We do have the new Beerus, so it can work in that sense. And I believe Heartfelt Plea gets the SS4 out as well, but you'd have to be at 2 life, so that's incredibly risky. But I guess that's really the play, right? Like, get yourself to 4 life. You would have to get yourself to 4 life, and make it even. Like, if you're on 5 lives and then you go down to 3, kind of screws you up. You got to be at 4, and then take the 2. You're at 2, awaken, put the pan. I think, yeah, you put the pan for free, get the Heartfelt Plea for free as well. Anyway. The problem with that was the draw power. There's no draw power in it. You swing, you don't get to draw. You're on the other side, you get to swing twice, but you only get to do it once because you have to take a life, and you only awaken at 2 lives or less. There isn't anything like the Zamasu where you get to awaken earlier. So you get to do multiple dual attacks, which would have been nice. I mean, the baby has it, but the SS4 Goku doesn't. But when you awaken, you get to draw 2, get 2 energy. That's kind of the height of the deck, really, when it comes to the leader. But yeah, so I wish these cards would either have something like, when this card attacks, or do something, and when you do it, you get to draw a card. One of those things. This is just like, you get to draw a card and you get to take 1 from life, but you also have to dump a card. And when you do, it has to be an extra card. So, little specific, but also kind of, it could work in your favor. It all depends on how you play. So when you awaken, whenever you want to awaken, which could be on turn 1, you go into this Ultra Instinct Son Goku Limits Surpassed, and I love the artwork here. It has the mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, where he's doing the punch on Jiren from the anime. Fantastic. The effect I don't like. The effect is just terrible in my opinion. If your life is at 5 or less, and you choose 1 card under this card, place it in its owner's drop area, choose 1. The first one, if you have a Universe 7 card in play, which that already is just terrible how it's like it has a cost like that. But anyway, if you have a Universe 7 in play, draw 1 card, then your opponent reveals their hand, choose up to 1 extra card or battle card, 35k power or less from it, and place it in their drop area. I guess, like, I don't know, if they have Gogeta 7, then you can like kind of take it out. But if they have more than 1 Gogeta 7 in their hand, then this isn't really that crazy. It can't take out Ultra Instinct Goku. I mean, well, there's only like, I think Ultra Instinct Goku is the only thing that's 40k, right? So it's not too much of a hassle. But it's still that's not that crazy. You're taking away, you get to see their hands, so you get to see their plays. So that is pretty crazy. I do like that. You also get to draw 1, which is okay. And choose up to 3 multicolor extra cards with different names in your drop area and or warp, and add them to your hand. Off the top of my head, red blue, the only multicolored card I'm thinking of is the one where you bounce back a 5-drop or less. I think it's called Combination Attack. Other than that, I can't think of any other like red blue multicolor, because I would assume that's like what you would play for this deck, right? Red blue leader, you would play red blues. Now set 9 is going to be red, blue, and green, yellow. So this leader is going to be amazing when you have, when we have more red blues in our arsenal. But for now, it's, I'm a little worried. But it's fine. It's something that's just we don't have the rest of the cards, so it doesn't look too crazy at first. Now, another thing I wanted to add was it's an activate main and battle, which I love, and it hurts me that you can't have this in the SS4 Goku. You know, like I said earlier, with that SS4 Goku leader, you know, you take 2 lives and then you get to give one of your battle cards double strike. The problem is that it's an activate main, so they're going to see it coming. They're gonna, all right, boom, this guy has double strike and crit. All right, I got the counter ready. That's nothing, you know, that's just nothing. Not only that, it's running around Heartfelt Plea, which already has triple strike. So it's not like, you know, you would have to give something else double striking. I hope you don't give it to the Pan. I mean, unless it's absolutely necessary, but hey, you never know, right? But if it was activate battle, oh my god, man, that would be just absolutely nuts, man. That's the whole Mira Champa combo. That I would have loved that, but that's just not the case. We just have it as activate main, and we just never get to draw. On this side, we also hardly ever get to draw. We only get to draw when we have a Universe 7 at play. Not only that, it says this is one of those where, well, just like every Awakened Surge, you get to choose one card under this card, placing in its owner's drop area, which means, what I really hate about Awakened Surge leaders, you only get to use their effects twice. That's it. So you would think, okay, if that's the case, then the effects have to be absolutely insane. And I get that when it comes to like the blue-green Piccolo Gohan. That leader is just absolutely ridiculous. This card, however, is not. It's just nowhere near. Once again, you know, we don't have the rest of the blue reds, so it could be ridiculous, but at this point, not really. But yeah, so you have to have a Universe 7 in play. Then you get to get your draw. So you only get to draw twice. I feel like this deck might be somewhat of a rush deck, not entirely sure, because after 2 turns you get no draws. After 2 turns, this leader becomes just nothing. There's literally nothing you can really do with it. It's just skillless leader, which is kind of blowing my mind. Not gonna lie, it's really quite upsetting. But yeah, you know, I feel like the height of this is the choose up to 3 multicolor extra cards. I feel like this is the new Frieza Prison for some weird reason. I don't know why. Imagine it's just like something you could hard cast at turn 7 or 8, right? And because it's a blue leader, you know, it'll work well with dimension magic, and then you get to use, like, I don't know, objection or whatever you want to use to ramp. That would be pretty freaking nuts. But yeah, I can't wait to see what comes up with set 9. This leader is very interesting, is what I could say at the moment, but hopefully it'll become something that we're all running to. You know, I love when leaders that come out become just incredibly no, I wouldn't say overpowered, but just like versatile in terms of the metagame. You know, it's really, really fun to enjoy these type of leaders. Just something that, you know, you can use now, and then when we're at like set 12 or 13, you can still use. You know, it may not be the craziest thing, but it's still good in its own right. But anyway, that's all the time I have, and as always, I will see you guys next time.